was presidential Raleigh or a new iWatch. Freak, can't get no unless they got chicken in a. I got 2 hands, about 8 rings. Bitch, yo, blonde. I got free. Calling my phone. Baby mama man, think every get up. I need a back. So my eyes can, cause I gotta think. I got fame, Bailey. Coconuts in them trees. Stepping some ice leaves. Feeling that summer breeze. Best dress. A stylist. My whip don't got no mileage. My get a allowance. Say I'm some clown. Never see me hang around with a. Never know my be some player. Talk like.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great. To have you with us. With Greg Anthony here in the final days of the NBA regular season. Greg, every team trying to wrap things up on a high note.
Yeah, and even the top teams doing what they can to head into the postseason with some momentum, right? While lottery teams want to finish strong and have something to build off of.
Now we'll look at Dallas' starting lineup. They've got Tari Eason. Paul George is out there with James. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Matkovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. James, good.
And that's the improvement of his game. You gotta guard Braun close at the perimeter. He can be so efficient from out there.
Back to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Outside, George. Good, and the assist goes to James.
And George hits him with the clap back 3.
Last game for the Warriors, it was a loss to the Kings. Lillard, the pass to Sharp. Williamson looking it over. Just 5 on the clock. The tray. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Now James. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Pass to Matkovic. Eason against Carter. Shot by Eason, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Some nice passing by Golden State. Carter outside. His 3-pointers off the mark. Dallas has gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. George against Carter. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Try to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
LeBron dishes to George. Pass to Eason. From downtown. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Lillard. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game." Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Here's LeBron. Lays it up off the glass. LeBron's got 5 points so far.
still moving down the floor like a freight train. LeBron remains a force on the break.
Sharp with it. George picks him up. Carter outside. And he banks in the layup.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
After 4 seasons in Golden State, Jonathan Kuminga moves on, and he was the guy that they drafted number 7 overall. But after a lengthy free agency saga in which the Warriors and Kuminga exchanged several proposals, and they had several sign and trade discussions, Kuminga lands elsewhere. So his run in Golden State is over. They're losing a good young player. Let's see how they can replenish the cupboard there in Golden State.
Certainly something to watch. And Shams, we appreciate the report. Adebayo the screen. James kicks to Adebayo. Sharp against Eason. Pass to James. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a... three-point play.
Oh, man, LeBron, just big boy basketball on full display.
Koulibaly, he's checked in for Shaedon Sharp. Demon, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something. To adjust. Here's Williamson. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game. It's Vince Carter on the wing. Williamson outside. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Some big news coming in from around the NBA. We welcome in our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's on the phone with the latest story. Shams?
Thanks, guys. Tonight, the story from Oklahoma with the development of the Thunder. They make a big-time move getting Klay Thompson. Their front office prioritized shooting and championship experience. Klay Thompson brings you both, and sources tell me Thompson cannot wait to get going with his new team.
Hey, Shams, we appreciate the report. Always some interesting news to find out about the NBA.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Kicks it out to Williamson. Here's Demon. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
Pass to Koulibaly. Kicks it out to Lillard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got a couple of threes now in the first of the Warriors. Leaps for it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Pass touched by Lillard.
Better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged the bullet there.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. Nobody near George. And another basket for Dallas.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Lillard finds Zubac. Barnes looking around. Fires Here's the three, and another three for Golden State.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Demon. Hasn't made one yet. James outside. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. The Warriors pull it in.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
Here's Carter. Pass to Zubac. The kick out to Barnes. Over Adebayo. It's good from Barnes on the assist from Zubac.
Barnes is a very good shooter when you hit him in his spot.
Right side George. Over to Labali. A nice shot by George. George has got 9.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Nobody near Lillard. And another three for Golden State.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
James sets the screen for George. Pass to Adebayo. Barnes grabs the miss. Golden State's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. A shot by Carter. Nobody around. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's George, and count it from 19 feet away. He's got 11.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Eason against Carter. Mavericks with the rebound. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
You can feel the energy in the air around this team. They know they are on a roll, and they are committed to keeping it going as long as they can.
Back to James. Got it up. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Warriors. We witnessed it. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stance-wise?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Brandon Boston. George is out there with Kevon Looney. Then there's Demon, and it's Huff in at center.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
The Mavericks leading. There's a good screen. George, that's a two-pointer. The rebound by Collier.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor. Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
And now, Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Zion Williamson is a force offensively, but now he's applying his physical gifts to the other end of the court. He said, quote, teams were hunting me on defense. Watching the film, I didn't like that. I just started taking a lot more pride in it, working on it so I can hold my own. Back to you guys.
Locking in. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Williamson finds Barnes. Here's Koulibaly. It's hauled in by Huff. Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Demon. Still scoreless. Pass to George. Now Boston. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Sharp checked in for the Warriors. Golden State moving it around. Back to Williamson. Pass to Sharp. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. George passes to Huff. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And with the trend great toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss plays more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
Lillard's checked in for Collier. And here's Barnes for 3, and the Warriors miss again.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Huff. Goes back up. The second chance effort. He lays it in. Huff's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Here's Coulibaly. Kicks it out to Williamson. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Dallas with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Pass to George. Austin with the ball. Scoreless thus far. They get the rebound. Outside for George. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. So, Richard, here we are looking at Kevon Looney. Talk about a guy with a specific job description on this team. He fills it.
Yes, Kevon knows his role. He's out there to get the boards, set screens, and get defensive stops.
The Warriors making a switch here. Zalon's checked in. Lillard, the pass to Sharp. Back to Lillard. Pass to Sharp. And the Warriors miss again. And it's Adebayo with the ball for the Mavericks. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And Adebayo throws it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by James.
I love that LeBron is still willing to go up and challenge at the rim. He's still got that fire for an old man.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Dallas.
Pass to George. Launches a 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. George has got 14.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Drops in the tray. 14 points for him.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Outside, George. Shot clock reset for Dallas. Shot clock at 6. Eason, a screen on Lillard. Count the basket. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
And here is James. He's got 8. LeBron powering in. Can't get the reverse flush. Down low. Sharp. That's good. Sharp's got his second basket of the game.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pass to Eason. James jackhammers it down.
But getting inside positioning is what he wants. Like, once that man gets in there and gets moving, oh, he's going to finish that dunk.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. is checked in, and it's Carter in for Koulibaly. Demon, he's checked in for Dallas. Now, here's Sharp. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Carter, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on LeBron James.
When you think Vince Carter, dunking is probably the first thing that comes up, but Vince is also someone who can be a first option. Tremendously talented.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Here's Demon. No scoring in this one. In the corner, George with it. Puts it up from 17. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Don't forget about PG's in-between game. It's more than just solid.
Carter against Easton. And George gets the whistle. That's after. That's his first foul. The Warriors making a switch here. Salon's checked in. So it's the Warriors now. 8-point game. Lillard left side. Shot clock at 5. Over Demon. Lillard misses.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Demon. Covered by Lillard. James outside. No good from outside. Last game for the Mavericks. They picked up the W against Vancouver. On the wing, Barnes. Carter outside. The rebound by James. Mavericks leading by 6. 1:14 left to play here in the half. Pass to Matkovic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
George against Sharp. Barnes sets a screen for Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 18 points in the game.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Outside, George. Back to James. Driving in.
Oh, my! Legal.
Never seen it.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is. Rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Back to Lillard. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And Salon gets it to go.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Your Warriors. Ivica Zubac. Zion Williamson.
The 3 from George. And it is good. The buzzer. Wow.
How about that? Just a perfect finish to the half as they tack on another 3 to their lead.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
You know, for Dallas, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series.
All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Warriors. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from George.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
Ivica Zubac is out there with Zion Williamson. Then it's Sharp. Then there's Carter. And it's Lillard in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
An elite defender, PG excels at being at the right place at the right time. And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Carter against Easton. Pass to Sharp. 6 on the shot clock. For the 3. He can't hit that time. Mavericks leading by 8. LeBron outside. Launches it. The Warriors pull it in. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Lillard finds Sharp. Out to Carter. Beyond the arc. Hands it from downtown. Carter's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Warriors.
Nice vision from the youngster, Sharp, that time.
Lillard against George. And it's Adebayo in the corner. James looking around. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
And it's Williamson missing.
Coming out of half, they're 1 for 5 from the field. Whatever they discussed is not working.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. George against Lillard. James outside. Pass to Matkovic. And stolen by Williamson. Into the lane. That's it. The Dallas lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Zubac.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker, but Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Without question, George is playing
take you guys inside the huddle, all right? The message from coach is simple. Stop him.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Carter on the wing. Ball's knocked loose. And Lillard gets to Carter. Just 4 to shoot. Not 3 off the mark.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Over to the left wing. Eason. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors trail by 5. Lillard attacking, an easy 2 points on the layup. Lillard's got 20 points.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Pass to Eason. Back to James. Fantastic work inside by LeBron.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
James against Lillard. Now Williamson. Over Adebayo. And it's Williamson miss it.
Yeah, it feels like he's forcing things. What will happen? He's trying to help his team.
Now LeBron. 14 points for him. Out to the right wing. Outside, George. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And it's a 7-point Dallas lead. Lillard, the pass to Zubac. Williamson against Adebayo. Carter for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Carter's got 13 points.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Carter against James. George with the ball. 25 points in the game. Here's Matkovic.
That felt like PG was baiting the defenders there. Great use of the pick.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Warriors. They trail by 6. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. He's checked in for the Warriors. Carter outside. Drills it from outside. He's got 16.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Demon. He has yet to score. From the arc, bangs home the trifecta. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Carter looking around. 5 to shoot. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Yeah, just a solid job on the back.
Oh, my goodness. What a play.
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. James still enjoys putting on a show.
Williamson against LeBron. That shot off. George with the defensive effort. Goes up on the wing. Again, the Mavericks score.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
The fadeaway. Zubac the pass to Lillard. To the inside. Camp it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Carter.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Pass to George. Adebayo with a screen on Koulibaly. Stolen by Zubac. To the middle. Here's Williamson. Now Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Carter against James. Inside. George dishes to James. Back to George. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists tonight.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Lillard, and the layup is good. Lillard's got 22.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
James outside. Here's the 3. James buries the 3.
After sinking 1 triple in the first quarter, he nails another one in the second quarter. He's got it going on.
Here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
And you know Carter is taking off on the drive. When he has a head of steam like that, he's looking to tear off the rim.
Outside, George. Adebayo with a screen for George. Banked in off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
Lillard finds Koulibaly. There's the steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, George. 16 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Just 5 to shoot. Here's LeBron, and it's Dallas with another.
Honestly, I feel so fortunate to be able to sit here and watch this because there are not many vintage performances by LeBron James left to go in his career.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Dallas Mavericks. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We've got more in store for you right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Looney out there with Keyshawn George. Then there's Demon. Then there's Brandon Boston. And it's Huff in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Demon. Covered by Lillard. With his first shot attempt. And it's Demon missing. Warriors trail by 8. Pass to Salon. And here's Sharp. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Boston grabs the miss.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
To the right side. Lets it go from deep. Warriors with the rebound. Barnes passes to Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
What a finish by Sharp while taking the contact. It takes skill to win these and one opportunities.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. George looking around. It's the Demon. The 3-ball hits the 3-point bomb.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Lillard outside. Sharp sets the pick for Lillard. To the left side wing. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Now Boston. Here's Demon. And it's off from three-point range.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Some nice passing by Golden State. Lillard from outside. The Mavericks pull it in. Huff's got 6 rebounds in the game. Boston with the ball. And here's George for 3. Offensive rebound. Looney. Here's Boston. Defended by Sharp. Here's Looney. The layup off target. Warriors trail by 6. To the paint. Here's Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Okay, HB, I see you still pack a punch. That's an impressive finish.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. On the wing, Jordan. There's a screen. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Warriors have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Sharp. Misses the 3.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Here's Demon. To stop the drought. Huff, no good. Warriors trail by 4. Lillard left side. It's hauled in by Huff. Huff's got 7 rebounds in the game.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
That's to Demon. Here's George. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Here's the lob to the hoop. And here's the break. And George with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
George, no good on the free throw.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Zubac's no good.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Yeah, he's got great position, and it makes it a really tough shot, even from such close range.
George against Zubac. And that one's good, George.
You can see the change in approach from him since the break. He's been a menace after being held scoreless in the first half.
Lillard, the pass to Zubac. Williamson outside. Lock at 6. Fires from 14. A putback. And no good that time. Dallas leading by 8. Now Boston fires the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Golden State's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
Substitution on the court.
Takes a step back. Here's Carter. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Shooting a great clip in the second half. He made some nice adjustments in the locker room.
Now here's James. George hacks a 2-pointer. Misses the jumper. Williamson outside. Over LeBron. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Adebayo outside. Eason. And he does not hit. Warriors trail by 6. Now Lillard. And good that time.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Dallas has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. James outside. Knocks down the 3.
Hit works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. He was very encouraging with his guys, saying to them, we are still in this one. Don't give up right now. Get out there and let's grab this lead from them. Guys, let's see if the intensity picks up here.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Here's Eason. Left side, George. Now, James. And get the 3. Now Carter shoots the 3. Drained from outside.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
And here's George. James outside. Adebayo with a screen on Carter. Carter against James. Shoots it up. Oh, he's got it with a turnaround jumper.
I'm sorry, just who else would you want it shooting there? LeBron James, just so calm under pressure.
And he banks the layup in.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Now James driving inside. It falls.
Is anyone? Are we even surprised at this point? Like, this is what he does. Like, he just shows up. Clutch. Oh, it's clutch time. All right, here you go.
Lillard fires. The 3 is off.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Second team foul.
And so George will bring it up for the Mavericks. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Third team foul.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Huge free throws there to pad the lead. Trying to close that door.
Timeout called the Warriors. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
There's still a sliver of hope.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
Here's Sharp. Outside, Zubats. Here's Sharp. Fires the 3. Cleared away by Adebayo. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Adebayo. 2 shots.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Fifth team foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that stretches their lead to 8. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's
Welcome to Tuesday Night Basketball on K Sports. We got a good one and most of the season behind us, Grant. Talk about the mindset for teams right now.
Well, if people tell you the standings don't affect the mindset, BA, they're lying. Everyone is asking themselves how they can improve or maintain position. You just don't want to backslide now.
Here's the starting group for Portland. Brady Dick out there with Filipowski. Then there's Tamani Kamara, and it's Hibbert in at the 5 spot.
Paul George's shooting form is just so pretty. This guy's ability to make shots so easy.
Here's Robertson. Check by James. Offensive rebound. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And here's James. Really played well against Golden State in his last game. Adebayo, good look. Money from 17 feet out.
And Adebayo isn't merely a low-post threat. He can also hurt you with his jumper.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Robertson. Here's Hibbert. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Hibbert's got 5 now.
Tremendous lead pass. Boy, that makes your teammates happy, folks.
And so James will bring it up for the Mavericks. They're a team with momentum in the midst of an 8-game winning streak.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to know.
Oh, wow! This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. James with the ball. Outside Adebayo. There's the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 3 assists in the game. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, plenty of anticipation in Portland for this summer. The WNBA will return to the Rose City. The Fire will reclaim the name from Portland's initial 2-year WNBA run from 2000 to 2002. And this summer, with the momentum around the league, the hope is that flame will endure.
A new beginning. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. James deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. The rebound by Robertson.
I'd go back to that shot again. That's a great look from the mid-range.
Pass to Hibbert. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Now George. James outside. And the Mavericks, another 3.
We often see LeBron James with the ball in his hands creating for himself or others. That time, a little catch and shoot, the easy one for LeBron.
Basket's good. Hibbert's got 11 points.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from the inside.
Now here's George. James outside. Fires the 3. A rebound by Hibbert. And here's Filipowski. Here's Robertson. On the wing, Grady Dick. Portland moving it around. Hibbert passes to Filipowski. Puts up a 3. Adebayo grabs the board. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Here's George. Pass to Matkovic. Kicks it to George. From behind the arc. Nails it from 3. 6 points for him.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Hibbert. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. George outside. Pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
What a confident dunk by Adebayo. He knows there's little the defense can do once he's elevated.
Here's Robertson. Now here's Filipowski. Outside Dick. Launches it. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
George with it. 6 points for him. James outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Sometimes the game requires you to just keep at it, so he's got to be aggressive.
Second team foul.
Here's Hibbert. He's got 13. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Hibbert. Back to Filipowski. Clock at 6. Here's Robertson.
You know, we can get lost in LeBron's offensive skills. His defense has always been phenomenal as well.
Here's Makovic. Still without a bucket. And there's the screen. George outside. The turnaround. The rebound by Filipowski.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And we just got Shams Charania on the line. Shams, I understand there's some big NBA news. Can you fill us in?
Thank you, VA. Out in Oklahoma City, the news has just surfaced about their trade with Portland. They make a big-time move getting Klay Thompson. Their front office prioritized shooting and championship experience. Klay Thompson brings you both. And sources tell me Thompson cannot wait to get going with his new team.
Well done. Appreciate the report, Shams. Thanks. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Hibbert. To the inside. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Of his 8 shots so far, he's only missed 1. He's starting this game strong.
Now Easton. James outside. And the three-pointer goes. James has got 6.
You've seen late in LeBron's career much more emphasis on that three-point shot, really extending that range.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks. Then for Portland, Williams is checked in for Filipowski, and it's Harper in for Kamara. Here's Robertson. He's guarded by Boston. From deep, Harper. Huff pulls it in.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
One thing people notice about Dylan Harper, he loves to get going downhill.
Yeah, he delights in bullying his way through a defense, using a blend of speed and size to get to where he wants to go.
And out of bounds, Dallas will have it.
Boy, an unfortunate mix-up right there. Cost them a possession.
Dallas leading by 3. Here's Dimon. Pass to George. Releases. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go. Portland has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Harper passes to Sabonis. Oh, it's stolen. Here's Dimon. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Boston. Let's go with a 3. Connects from downtown. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Picked by Sabonis. And here's Schroeder outside. Looney grabs a miss. And Dallas with possession. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Throws it up high. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Harper passes to Schroeder. And here's Sabonis. With 4 on the clock. With 2 seconds left. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go.
Now on the floor for Portland, number 35, Thomas Bryant.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Dallas on top, up 6. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Dallas?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second. We've got Kenrich Williams, Harper out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Domantas Sabonis, and it's Krejci in at the 3, the small forward. 2 on the clock, and here's Schroeder outside. The Mavericks pull it in.
Well, trying to reply to the three on the other end just doesn't go down for him.
Here's Dimon. And that one is hammered home.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
And good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness. Boy, you give this guy a half-decent look from distance, and he's going to make you pay.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Every team in the league is looking for a long, athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trail Blazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players just around them. Back to you.
Oh, good strategy. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Blazers trail by 8. To the wing on the left. Here's Harper. No points yet. And here's Schroeder outside. Huck pulls it in. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Austin outside. Back to George. And there's the drive. With the putback. Here's Looney. Looney! Through contact.
You love to work for second chance points. That's how you win on the margins.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. So both teams changing it up here. Portland has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. It's tipped. Pass to Harper. Now here's Sabonis. And the ball out of play. The Mavericks will have it. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. James outside. George right side. Shot clock at 5. Out to the right wing. Here's Matkovic. Offline with a 3. Blazers trail by 10. Filipowski in the post. Working on Adebayo. Inside. Harper. Oh, he goes right over LeBron and slams it down.
Oh, Dylan Harper. Ready for prime time.
James right side. And there's a foul. It'll go on to Monty Kamara. That's his first foul of the game. Now here's George. He has 6. Here's Eason. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists tonight.
This is one of the many things Paul George has done to help their offense. Effective ball movement.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul. Pass to Harper. Portland moving it around. Here's Filipowski. Here's Robertson. 6 to shoot. There's a screen from the arc. The 3 is up. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Here's James. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Yeah, when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, B.A., you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
Despite the fact that LeBron James is now in the league for over 2 decades, he continues to dominate.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Outside Eason. Back to James. James drives the lane. It's blocked. They retain possession. Clock at 2. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Blazers trail by 10. Here's Robertson. It's going to be on LeBron James. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And that's 2 fouls for him so far. But I still think he needs to stay aggressive.
Over to the wing. Pass to Kamara. From deep, Harper. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Dallas leading by 10. And here's George. He's got 6. He takes it in. Oh, and the dunk by George!
Oh, Paul George, let him hear you with that finish. That is nicely done.
Here's Robertson. George defending. And Robertson gets it to go. Robertson's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
James outside. George feels it out a bit. Shoots over Harper. The rebound by Filipowski. Blazers trail by 10. Here's Kamara. Off the mark there with a 3. James outside. The kick out to Adebayo. The rebound by Robertson. Robertson's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Filipowski. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Portland shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here. Dick, he's checked in for Portland. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so James will bring it up for Dallas. They held a 12-point lead earlier. George outside. This one for 3. Again, the miss by Dallas.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
Over to the left wing. Here's Robertson. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
James with the ball. He has 7. Eason pass to James. Drives to the hoop. To the middle.
Inside, Bam really doesn't hold back. He takes his shot right through the foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. Free throws good. Adebayo. And Dallas calls time here.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
So for Dallas, George comes in for Eason. Dimon comes in for Matkovic. And both free throws good for Adebayo.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Pass to Hibbert. Back to Kamara. Portland moving it around. Here's Robertson. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
Adebayo sets a screen. Here's Dimon. 4-3. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Dimon's got 10.
Well, LeBron is still that good at getting others the ball. What a clever kick-out pass.
Here's Robertson. He has 6. And a nice finish on the layup. Give him 8.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Dallas leading by 9. Here's Dimon. He's got 10. It's George on the wing. Adebayo sets a screen. Just 5 on the clock. And he comes up with a bucket. George has got his first points of the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. A minute 29 left in the second quarter. Outside Kamara, pass to Dick. Here's Robertson, takes a three, and count it. Now 5 for 7.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Now, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Steps back. Outside Dick for three. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And once the three on the other end went down, Grady Dick was thinking to himself, I am going to answer right here and right now.
James outside. Adebayo sets a screen. 6 on the shot clock. And Dallas calls time here. And the Mavericks with some changes. Huff's checked in for Adebayo. Looney comes in for James. And Boston subbed in for Paul George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot on the wing. George, no good. Blazers trail by 8. To the paint. A nice shot by Filipowski. Filipowski's gotten 4 this quarter.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possession. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
They're hitting their threes, but no guarantee that continues. If I'm them, I'm coming out the second half.
And now here's something that's all. Thanks for tuning in.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Mavericks lead by 6. Kevon Looney is out there with Keyshawn George. Then it's Dimon. Then there's Brandon Boston. And it's Huff in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. George passes to Boston. Just 5 to shoot. George, no good. And the Trailblazers shooting is around 55% so far. Here's Dick. And the layup is good off the glass. Dick's got 8 points.
Well, Grady Dick's effectiveness in close, I'll tell you, we're used to seeing him on the perimeter. That's a big-time finish.
Here's Dimon. George outside. Fires from deep. Gets the 3 to fall. George has got his second bucket of the night.
These kinds of defensive breakdowns drive coaches crazy.
Robertson, and the layup falls.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Here's Dimon. He's got 10. Boston outside. Pass to Dimon. George sets a screen. Over Dick. George's shot is good. George has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Over a minute and a half now into this 3rd quarter action. Here's Robertson. He's got 13. Count that bucket.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
And to me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
Pass to George. Looney, the screen. Shot clock at 6. The offensive rebound. Snatched away. Now the Blazers on the move. Here's Dick. Off target from outside.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
And he drives in. Count that one. Jim has got 12 points.
Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
Blazers trail by 7. Here's Robertson. He's got 15. Here's Hibbert. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Boy, he's been lights out. You want to talk about an efficient offensive game. Wow.
Here's Dimon. He's got 12. Pass to George. Here's Dimon. Guarded by Dick. 4 on the clock. From 18 feet away. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Robertson. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. The Mavericks lead by 5. Here's Dimon. Up top, George. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Robertson. Robertson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Boy, the team doing pretty well despite his offensive struggles right now.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Portland shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And Adebayo feeling it out a bit. And slammed it home, and a foul! A chance at another point at the line. It goes on Kyle Filipowski.
Yeah, in a battle of physicality, Adebayo tends to get the best of you.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Kamara. Mavericks with a rebound.
I think they could have gotten a better look right there. And he just a little over anxious, I think, to get that shot off.
George's shot is good.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Back to Kamara. Portland moving it around. Here's Robertson. Check by James. Fires high post. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's George. Dick against James. The open look. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
Vintage LeBron James. He's cooking, and this guy may be the best to have ever done it.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. Think beyond, though, the dollars and cents. It's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Harper's checked in. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
I think he's gone completely dry.
Oh, my goodness!
That was nice.
A ridiculous slam!
Look at the lift and the finish.
LeBron James, ever the showman with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. There's a lot to consider with NBA expansion, and Commissioner Silver said, quote, what does that mean for talent? I feel great about where the talent is right now in the league, but those players have to come from somewhere. How does it work geographically? What will it mean for growing the game? These are all good questions. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie. Appreciate the update. Outside Easton. The 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 6 assists now in the game. Harper passes to Dick. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Tari Eason.
That's a big-time move by Grady Dick. And I love the fact that he sticks with it, and now he goes to the charity stripe.
And the Blazers making a change here. Sabonis checked in.
making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Outside Eason. This James on the wing. Guarded by Dick. James can't get it to go. Blazers trail by 15. Outside Dick. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on LeBron James.
One thing you love about Grady Dick is the aggression he shows on a nightly basis. His shooting is such a key aspect to this particular team.
A first-round pick in 2023. Grady Dick took a huge step forward in year 2, Doris.
Oh, he sure did, B.A. Nearly doubles his scoring average. And I think you can trace that directly to the conditioning that he put in the offseason. It shocks a lot of guys when they are early in their career how much conditioning it takes to endure the length of an NBA season. And Grady put in the work.
Rebounded by LeBron. Dallas leading by 14. Pass to Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
And just an effective offensive talent. Adebayo plays so hard, and that's really what drives his game.
Here's Sabonis. And the layup is good. Sabonis has gotten his first bucket of the night.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
George outside. Screen by James. And he elevates for the dunk. Sabonis on the wrong end of that one.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Looking at who's out there from Portland now. Krejci comes in for Filipowski. And it's Schroeder in for Kamara. This James on the wing. He's got 16.
Still looking for his first triple of the half. He had 3 at the break.
Dick, the pass to Schroeder. Now Sabonis. Portland moving it around. Sabonis with a screen on George. Here's Krejci. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. James outside.
Pick coming.
Pass to Eason. Jacks up a 3. And he can't get that one. And so it's the... Dallas Mavericks in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They just can't. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Domantas Sabonis out there with Thomas Bryant. Then there's Harper, and it's Krejci in at the small forward position. Pass to George. Tries it from the top of the key. Portland with a rebound. On the take. Here's Robertson. Another three for Portland.
Well, excellent concentration from Bryant on the offensive end, actively looking for ways to facilitate for his team.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Down low. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Robertson. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Reed's checked in for Bryant. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Trailblazers?
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done. Well, this offense certainly thrives when he's knocking those down. Boy, and on a night where he's been so smart handling the ball, that's his first big mistake.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Here's Dimon. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Looney passes to George. Ooh, the turnaround jumper, count it. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
Boy, this guy has been a completely different player in this half of basketball. Incredible.
Sabonis outside. On target from range.
Don't sleep on the big man now. Domantas Sabonis can be effective in catch and shoot.
The Mavericks lead by 10. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And it's Dimon missing. The Trailblazers have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Yep, that one's good. Robertson's got 11 in the second half.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Dimon. Looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Boy, his ball security flawless in the first quarter, but since then, it's an absolute disaster.
Blazers trail by 8. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Here's Harper, out left to the wing. Fades. 6 to shoot. Robertson's shot is off.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
James passes to Adebayo. Back to James. Adebayo sets a screen to the wing, right side. Again, the miss by Dallas.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's Harper, defended by Eason. Harper passes to Krejci from downtown. And it's Matkovic with a rebound. Matkovic has got 4 rebounds in the game. George outside. Screen by James. And there's the lob. Oh, deflected. Here's Harper. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Harper's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And such a crafty individual. Harper knows where to get his shots.
George outside. Now the Blazers moving it up. A nice shot by Krejci.
Credit the hard work coming back. They're doing their best to steal this game.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
James outside. Dallas no good that time either. Blazers trail by 4. To the left side wing. Sabonis with a screen on George. Here's Robertson. George defending. Just 5 on the clock. Portland needs to get off a shot here. Launches it. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Adebayo's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Now George. Pass to James. In the cold spell. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his 6th assist of the night. Here's Robertson. Here's Harper. Portland moving it around. Oh, George with a steal. Fires for 3. And it's Matkovic missing. Blazers trail by 7. Pass to Harper. Over James. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Adebayo's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. James, right side. Fires the 3. LeBron sticks the triple.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Here's Robertson from 18 feet. Rebounded by Adebayo. Now, here is James. Outside George. Takes it inside. Blocked! Adebayo with the rejection.
I love this defensive intensity from Bam. Shutting them down at the rim with those long arms. Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Devin, he's checked in for Dallas. Then for Portland, Filipowski, he's checked in for Sabonis. Dick comes in for Krejci. And it's Kamara in for Harper. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Blazers trail by 12. Here's Robertson. And yes, sir! In stride on the lay-in from a sweet assist.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
1:56 left to play in the fourth quarter. James! The 3 is off. Portland has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Here's Robertson.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that brings him within single digits.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
A minute 22 left in the fourth quarter. LeBron! That's all. Well, the Trailblazers shooting around 51%. That's a good number. Oh, got a piece of it. Jams it home!
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Boy, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave him wide open.
And that could really be the game-changing moment.
I agree. What a turn of events.
If anyone wants to know where the momentum turned, that may have been it right there.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
George draws the double. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Second team foul. Now at the line for your Mavericks.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that increases the lead to 6.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
That's what speed and agility will do for you. Big time play.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for Dallas.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, just step to the line with confidence, and this young man delivers. Nicely done.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. From 15 feet away, he got it.
This has been fun to watch. I mean, they've managed to go on a run just when it looked like this might be over.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game. And it's the Blazers with the ball. The floater, and the basket is good.
Showing off the dribble moves. Able to create for himself. I love it.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. Here's Robertson from deep. Oh, it misses.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's an 8-point ball game. So the Mavericks take the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly show better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And we present the player of the game, LeBron James.
Put up on a